The real estate market shows clear signs of post-holiday recovery while revealing increasing segmentation and volatility. Following the expected Easter and spring break slowdown, this week's data indicates an uneven rebound across different neighborhoods and price points. Multiple offers are trending upward again but remain inconsistent, with some properties generating significant competition while others face extended marketing periods. Economic uncertainty, particularly concerns about potential government workforce adjustments, continues to create market volatility that affects buyer confidence differently across segments. My open houses this weekend drew solid but slightly below expected traffic, reflecting the selective approach buyers are taking in this environment. Price sensitivity appears to be growing in certain segments, even as entry-level inventory continues to move quickly. This market's defining characteristic is its unpredictability. Performance varies dramatically between neighborhoods, price points, and property types, creating both challenges and opportunities as we move into the traditionally busy, late spring market. Check out the neighborhood section below to see exactly how this segmentation is playing out across different areas and price points in Montgomery County. Bethesda, Maryland, single-family homes. Median list. Price $2,297,000. Median price of new listings $1,774,900. Price per square foot $462. Average days on market 76. Median days on market 35. Price decreased 33%. Price increased 2%. Relisted 7%. Inventory 112. Median rent $4,975. MAI 42, slight seller's advantage. Market analysis. After weeks of cooling, the MAI has rebounded to 42, signaling market stabilization. Despite the strengthening MAI, prices haven't yet resumed upward momentum. Expect them to level off before potentially climbing if this trend continues. The entry-level segment, $1.4 million range, continues clearing rapidly at just 17 DOM, while premium properties still face marketing headwinds. Bethesda, Maryland, condos, townhomes, median list. Price $419,900. Median price of new listings $349,900. Price per square foot $422. Average days on market 54. Median days on market 42. Price decreased 38%. Price increased 0%. Relisted 9%. Inventory 45. Median rent $3,000. MAI 46, strong seller's market. Market analysis. Despite slipping from 47 to 46, the MAI still indicates robust seller advantage. Inventory jumped to 45 units, inflating marketing times across all tiers. The luxury segment, $1.8 million, is absorbing slowly 35 DM, while mid-tier units, $640,000, now need 49 days to move, nearly double last month's pace. New listings at $350,000 suggest a shift toward more affordable inventory. Chevy Chase, MD, single-family homes. Median list. Price $2,550,000. Median price of new listings $2,550,000. Price per square foot $547. Average days on market 121. Median days on market 49. Price decreased 58%. Price increased 0%. Relisted 18%. Inventory 33. Median rent $5,625. MAI 37, slight seller's advantage. Market analysis. Despite the MAI climbing to 37, nearly 60% of sellers have reduced prices, evidence of a profound bid-ask gap. While inventory held steady, relisting activity jumped to 18%, suggesting more sellers are resetting expectations after failed listing attempts. The 4.1 million plus tier remains severely challenged with 266 DOM and no absorption. Chevy Chase, Maryland. Condos, townhomes. Median list. Price $433,000. Median price of new listings $645,000. Price per square foot $423. Average days on market 72. Median days on market 35. Price decreased 37%. Price increased 0%. Relisted 5%. Inventory 62. Median rent $2,531. MAEI 33, slight seller's advantage. Market analysis. Despite a strengthening MAI trend, sellers face a split market. New listings at $645,000 signal confidence in the upper tier, yet entry-level units, $242,000, now comprise most sales activity. The luxury segment $1.4 million shows surprising strength at just 28 days on market. Further price adjustments likely as the market digests persistent, elevated inventory. Gaithersburg, Maryland, single-family homes. Median list. Price, $925,000. Median price of new listings, $937,500. Price per square foot, $284. Average days on market, 68. Median days on market, 21. Price decreased, 27%. Price increased, 3%. Relisted, 7%. Inventory, 73. Median rent, $3,100. MAI, 46, strong seller's market. Market analysis. The MAI dipped to 46 as inventory expanded to 73 homes, but core market metrics remain resilient. Fewer sellers cutting prices, 27% versus 39% last week, suggests either improved pricing strategy or strengthening absorption. The mid-tier segment $1.1 million is showing particular strength with just 14 DOM, nearly half last month's marketing time. Gaithersburg, Maryland, condos, townhomes. Median list. Price $415,000. Median price of new listings $420,000. Price per square foot $273. Average days on market 44. Median days on market 21. Price decreased 23%. Price increased 6%. Relisted 7%. Inventory 69. Median rent $2,163. MAI 58, strong seller's market. Market analysis. Despite the MAI easing to 58 from 59 and inventory jumping to 69 units, this market remains exceptionally strong. Price increases, 6% of listings now outpace the broader region, and premium tier units are moving rapidly, 14 DOM. The affordability sweet spot, $350,000, is particularly active with tight 7-day marketing times. Supply-demand dynamics still firmly favor sellers. Germantown, Maryland, single-family homes. Median list. Price $819,990. Median price of new listings $762,499. Price per square foot $252. Average days on market 50. Median days on market 21. Price decreased 44%. Price increased 8%. Relisted 4%. Inventory 25. Median rent $2,550. MAI 61. Strong seller's market. Market analysis. The MAI surged from 56 to 61, the second highest reading in our coverage area. This market paradox continues. 44% of listings have cut prices, yet 8% have increased prices, evidence of extreme segmentation. The entry level, $575,000, continues to outperform with 7 DOM, while the top tier, $2.15 million, requires 6 times longer to move. New listings trending lower signal tightening entry-level supply. Germantown, Maryland, condos are townhomes. Median list price, $325,000. Median price of new listings, $335,100. Price per square foot, $266. Average days on market, 37. Median days on market, 14. Price decreased, 33%. Price increased, 2%. Relisted, 4%. Inventory, 54. Median rent, $2,008. MAI, 71, strong sellers market. Market analysis. With an MAI of 71, Germantown maintains its position as the county's hottest condo market. Despite inventory growing to 54 units, absorption remains exceptional, particularly in the upper tier, $494K, with 14-day marketing periods. This market continues to defy nearby cooling trends with price per square foot rising, even as median prices ease slightly. Limited entry-level supplies driving fierce competition. Kensington, Maryland, single-family homes. Median list. Price, $899,900. Median price of new listings, $1,392,450. Price per square foot, $357. Average days on market, 48. Median days on market, 28. Price decreased, 29%. Price increased, 0%. Relisted, 10%. Inventory, 21. Median rent, $3,975. MAI, 56. Strong sellers market. Market analysis. The MAI continues its remarkable ascent, hitting 56 from 55 last week. The sweet spot, $790,000, is moving at lightning speed, 7 days on the market, fueling the market's overall strength. New listings entering at significantly higher price points, $1.39 million, suggest optimism in the upper tier, though these will likely face extended marketing periods. Fewer price cuts, 29% versus 36% previously, add evidence of strengthening. Poolsville, Maryland, single-family homes. Median list. Price, $1,014,500. Median price of new listings, $874,900. Price, per square foot, $342. Average days on market, 148. Median days on market, 140. Price decreased, 0%. Price increased, 0%. Relisted, 0%. Inventory, 6. Median rent, $3,500. MAI, 46, strong sellers market. Market analysis. With just 6 listings, this micro market remains highly volatile. The MAI strengthened to 46 despite limited absorption. The dramatic disparity between the ultra-luxury outlier, $8.95 million at 329 days on market, and the newest entry, $750,000 at just 7 days on market, skews all metrics. This market's small size obscures true trends. Any single transaction significantly impacts all indicators. Potomac, Maryland, single-family homes. Median list price, $2,322,500. Median price of new listings, $1,380,000. Price per square foot, $366. Average days on market, 81. Median days on market, 35. Price decreased, 38%. Price increased, 0%. Relisted, 2%. Inventory, 56. Median rent, $7,000. MAI, 44, slight seller's advantage. Market analysis. Potomac's high-end market is experiencing a pronounced bifurcation. Entry-level properties, $1.26 million, move in just 7 days, while ultra-luxury homes, $5.9 million plus, languish at 52 DOM. With 38% of listings cutting prices and new inventory entering at substantially lower price points, $1.38 million, expect continued compression at the top end. Despite rising inventory, the MAI remains stable, suggesting adequate absorption. Rockville, Maryland, single-family homes. Median list. Price, $959,500. Median price of new listings, $1,063,950. Price per square foot, $347. Average days on market, 42. Median days on market, 21. Price decreased, 41%. Price increased, 0%. Relisted, 11%. Inventory, 56. Median rent, $3,375. MAI, 65, strong seller's market. Market analysis. Rockville's remarkable MAI surge to 65 makes it the county's hottest single-family market. Despite 41% of listings cutting prices, new inventory is entering at higher price points, $1.06 million versus $960,000 median, reflecting seller confidence. The entry level, $595,000, continues clearing in just 14 days. This market strength contradicts the broader cooling trend seen elsewhere. Rockville, Maryland, condos, townhomes. Median list. Price, $455,000. Median price of new listings, $404,950. Price per square foot, $357. Average days on market, 62. Median days on market, 35. Price decreased, 33%. Price increased, 6%. Relisted, 8%. Inventory, 120. Median rent, $2,563. MAI, 41, slight seller's advantage. Market analysis. Despite inventory swelling to 120 units, the MAI held steady at 41. Price improvements on 6% of listings versus 33% with reductions suggest market segmentation. New listings priced below median, $405,000 versus $455K, indicate strategy shifting toward the missing middle. Premium units, $976,000, are surprisingly resilient with 31 DOM despite luxury headwinds elsewhere. Silver Spring, Maryland, single-family homes. Median list price, $699,900. Median price of new listings, $745,999. Price per square foot, $342. Average days on market, 60. Median days on market, 28. Price decreased, 37%. Price increased, 4%. Relisted, 7%. Inventory, 89. Median rent, $3,150. MAI, 60, strong seller's market. Market analysis. Silver Spring continues strengthening with the MAI climbing to 60 from 58. New listings entering above median, $746,000 versus $700K signal seller confidence. The sweet spot, $580,000, moves at lightning speed, 14 DOM, while even the premium segment, $977,000, shows strength at 21 DOM. This market's resilience stems from proximity advantages and relative affordability compared to neighboring communities. Silver Spring, Maryland, condos or townhomes. Median list. Price, $269,499. Median price of new listings, $369,900. Price. Per square foot, $255. Average days on market, 67. Median days on market, 42. Price decreased, 41%. Price increased, 1%. Relisted, 11%. Inventory, 152. Median rent, $1,975. MAI, 42, slight seller's advantage. Market analysis. Despite a significant inventory burden, 152 units, the MAI strengthened to 42. The striking difference between median list price, $269,000, and new listing median, $370,000, reflects sellers testing higher price points. With 41% of listings taking price cuts and median DOM extending to 42 days, buyers maintain negotiating leverage, particularly in the $330,000 segment, which now requires 35-plus days to move. Key takeaways. For buyers, price reductions common in Bethesda and Chevy Chase, 33% and 58% of listings. Germantown condos remain the most competitive segment, MAI 71. Expanding inventory provides more choices, but well-priced homes still move fast. Negotiating leverage improving in premium tiers. Rockville, May 65, and Silver Spring, May 60, outperform traditionally hotter markets. For sellers, precise pricing critical, 30 to 58% of listings take reductions. Polarization widening, entry-level moves in 7 to 14 days, premium faces 35-plus DOM. Strong presentation matters more as inventory grows. Price band often more decisive than neighborhood reputation. MAI upticks in many areas signal post-holiday momentum. Bethesda 42, Rockville 65. Looking forward, segmentation will deepen between entry-level and luxury tiers. Inventory absorption will vary widely by neighborhood. Buyer selectivity will rise, penalizing homes with condition issues. Economic uncertainty may heighten volatility and buyer confidence. Price ceilings in the $800,000 to $1.2 million range will be tested countywide. Ready to take action? For buyers, get early access to listings through Zenlist. Zenlist.com/a/Corey.Feldman. For sellers, request a data-driven property valuation. bit.ly/DC Metro CMA. Questions about how these trends affect your situation? Let's talk.